Hey everybody, let's get to this shit, which is people literally complaining about uh, Doctor Who being woke, despite the fact that Doctor Who has been woke for a long time. And I don't know why right wingers even like. It's like right wingers who like Star Trek, like it's saying that it's woke now when it's always been woke. like, uh, literally, the original series had TV's first interracial kiss. Like, just saying. Like, it's. And, like, Doctor Who has had all the. Like, it's so fucking aggravating. Anyway, Jay Woodberg's the author of this. Let's fucking get to it. Doctor Who is a British institution. The sci fi show about a benevolent alien who travels through space and time, repeatedly saving the world, originally ran on BBC. Should be on the BBC, whatever, from 1963 through 1989, and then was rebooted in 2005. At its best, it's incredibly fun and very imaginative. And again, like, it's totally not. It totally doesn't have a message ever, except for very specific episodes. So there's an overarching fucking. At its worst, though, it's left wing garbage, and yet you still watch it. Apparently, it is, as I said, a BBC production. When the show introduced a female iteration of Doctor Who in 2017, it seemed to have hit peak wokedom by having a woman be the Doctor. Also, I love how you say it's a female iteration of Doctor Who when the character's name is the Doctor, not Doctor Who. That's like the joke of, they're the Doctor, Doctor Who. Like that's the whole fucking. Ugh. Wrong. We've reached a new peak with a three-part special edition of Doctor Who for the show's 60th anniversary, which completely embraces gender madness. For those new to Who World, isn't like the Hoodum or like whatever. Here's the premise. Doctor Who, again, it's not Doctor Who, it's the Doctor. Nobody in the fucking show calls him Doctor Who. He's the Doctor. Fucking ugh. Is a Time Lord, meaning that he's a member of a species that, using his phone booth shaped TARDIS, not a phone booth, police box, there's a difference. I even think it says police box on the fucking TARDIS. Fucking. Anyway. Also, TARDIS is in quotes for some reason. I don't know why. TARDIS also stands for time and relative dimension in space. And the whole joke is, it's bigger on the inside than on the outside. Can travel forward and backward in time, as well as go to any place in the universe. Yes. Doctor Who is nearly immortal. Like, I didn't know, like, I already recorded a version of this video, but I'm re-recording it now. And I didn't realize how many times this fucking person, who's supposedly a fan of Doctor Who, is calling the Doctor Doctor Who. Fucking is nearly mortal because the body in which he appears can die. Which he appears? Which he's incarnate, whatever. But Doctor Who repeatedly regenerates. And there's a whole, he had only a certain number of regenerations left, fucking, and then they got rid of that. I don't know when they did that, but they did it. Um, this was, of course, a very clever way to deal with the multitude of actors required for a show that began in 1963 and, barring a 16-year hiatus, is still on today. Yes. But I think that was just a feature of the show itself. Like it was just like the original Doctors were like it was like one season I think for each of them. I need to watch classic Who. Just haven't gotten around to it. It's on fucking Tubi now. So anyway, this was of course a very clever. During these multidimensional travels, I don't know if he's ever done multidimensional. The only time I can really think of him doing multi-dimensional stuff is when like the rose at the beach thing. Anyway. During these multidimensional travels, Doctor Who regularly saves the Earth, other planets, and myriad spacecraft from aliens, especially the very silly looking Daleks, who are the most malevolent colonizers in the history of the universe. I don't know if they're colonizers. They just want to kill everything. The whole like exterminate stuff. Also, the Doctor almost exterminated them. um, it's like they were fighting the Time Lords. There's like the whole Time Wars thing. Anyway, think of them as jihadists armed with death ray shooting toilet plungers. Weird how you went with jihadists. Um, I feel like they're more space Nazis. Anyway, the show always had a leftist edge, especially when it came to Doctor Who's dream of gun control. I mean, God forbid, wanting to not just have things that are meant to kill. Of course, Doctor Who wasn't opposed to weapons of tremendous power in his own hands. I don't. The sonic screwdriver? I don't. Maybe I haven't really watched Doctor Who in a while, but like I don't know if he's ever necessarily used weapons of tremendous power. He's like threatened, but it was just that, he could be trusted with that. This thing. Doctor Who is a what in the middle of the trans flag. And you made this, Andrea. You made this, and it's just use like a typewriter font. It's terrible. The show was fun. It's always great to see space aliens repeatedly invade England only to have the current Doctor Who and his sidekick repel them at the last minute. And again, just ignoring all of the subtext and yeah. It's like an updated Flash Gordon with a blue 1950 style British police booth, its police box, zipping from ancient Rome to the death of the universe, all over the course of a few episodes. The male Doctor Who always had a female British-based human sidekick who traveled with him. I mean, had more than one companion. Also, again, it was a companion, not sidekick. In the last season I watched, the human sidekick was a lesbian. And when I originally recorded this, I thought they were talking about someone from an earlier season, but apparently they were talking about Yaz from Jodie Whittaker's tenure. But still, it was always a gender binary thing. I'm guessing that the female Doctor Who probably had both male and female sidekicks, but again, they were male and female. Again, this person's supposed to be a fan of Doctor Who, and saying sidekicks instead of companions. That's what they are. They're companions. Fucking 2023, that's insufficiently woke. This time around for the special 3-episode 60th anniversary edition with David Tennant, the most popular Who of all. That's arguable. Uh, People have their favorites. David Tennant's one of my favorites. It's David Tennant, Christopher Eccleston, and Jodie Whittaker. Uh, the most popular Who of all. Doctor Who has an ostensibly female, non-binary sidekick. Even better, the biological male actor playing that part is a transgender woman of color. It's fucking okay. So trans woman. So it's a trans woman of color. Apparently, they couldn't find a qualified person who was also confined to a wheelchair. I'm assuming, and I assume this is the first thing. I'm assuming they're talking about the thing with the person in the wheelchair who shock could move their legs when they were in the wheelchair, even though the actress uses a wheelchair, and people were assuming that wrongly that someone in a wheelchair can't walk. It's not as if like they can't walk for long, like long stretches or whatever, or that they have any use of their legs at all. It's like people just assume if they're in a wheelchair, paraplegic, I guess. No, that's about enough. But in one of the episodes, the same sidekick chides Doctor Who for assuming an alien being's gender, which I mean, yeah, it's kind of fucking dumb. That like, fucking why would you assume that one an alien? Like, I love how you're getting pissy about someone making a point of saying, "Hey, we don't know if if they have gender or fucking what their reproductive system looks like. You know what their not reproductive system is like their how they reproduce. Like we don't know what you know they could fucking mitosis could be how they fucking reproduce. A fucking but anyway, it's just. And I love how this quote is apparently attributed to Donald Trump. When Donald Trump, like whatever he touches turns to shit. Like he couldn't even run a fucking casino properly. Think about that. And so let's actually.
I promise I can help him get home and then you'll never see me again.
You're assuming he as a pronoun.
Oh God, why is it so fucking low?
Are you he or she or they?
My chosen pronoun is the definite article. I am always the me.
Oh, I do that.
Okay, people are literally pissy about like that. Let's fucking just turn this up a little bit.
I promise I can help him get home and then you'll never see me again.
You're assuming he as a pronoun.
True. Yes. Sorry. Good point. Are you he or she or they?
My chosen pronoun is the definite article. I am always the me.
Oh, I do that. I promise I can help him get home.
You're funny. Like people are mad about that. What in the fuck? How sad? Like how? How fucking sad and miserable do you have to be to get pissed off about that? Later in the same episode, the trans woman announces that Doctor Who is male presenting. Again, the Doctor, not the fucking. Like literally, with the whole at the end of that fucking clip, just above, fucking literally, he's like, I do that too, because his name is he goes by the Doctor. Like, or the Doctor is the Doctor. Fucking God, this is like fucking God. If imagine these fuckers saw DS9 and Jadzia Dax, like that fucking character in that species, like just imagine their head would fucking explode. Um, and fucking Ollie London. One of your sources is Ollie fucking London, the guy who tried to make himself a Korean person. Like that motherfucker. Anyway, Doctor Who becomes Doctor Woke. French actor playing the Doctor's sidekick calls Doctor Who male presenting. You've got all that power, but there's a way to get rid of it. Something a male presenting Time Lord will never understand.
Yes, we know.
We know everything. Thanks.
And you know nothing. It's a shame you're not a woman anymore. Because you'd have understood.
We've got all that power, but there is a way to get rid of it. Something a male presenting Time Lord will never understand.
Just let it go.
And we choose to let it go.
I'm assuming they're giving back the energy that um, companions get while hanging out with the fucking Doctor, because the TARDIS. David Tennant, a brilliant actor, who's also very much trans friendly, by the way. Um, I really love, like, it's just so goddamn funny. Like it's just there's literally a shirt that says leave trans kids alone, you absolute freaks. I want to get that shirt. Like literally, like literally, fucking. It's just like it's just fucking like look at it. I'm assuming that's a doc that's the police box in the trans colors. Like, bro. Oh, bruh, get the fuck out of here. It's like so goddamn funny that like, oh, Dave Tennant's a really great actor. He fucking would hate you because you're a fucking transphobic piece of shit. Um, See Good Omens, which Good Omens is literally a show that and a book that fucking it's like just shits on Christianity a lot. Um, Trying to either encourage or prevent an imminent Armageddon. Seen through the eyes of the angel is Aziraphale and the demon Crowley. He plays Crowley, by the way. Um, and it's so goddamn funny that again you're like, oh fucking, it's really good. Like he's a great actor, but he fucking doesn't like just David Tennant fucking doesn't like you. And I'm pretty sure the people who wrote like Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett, I guarantee you would fucking hate you. I'm pretty sure Neil Gaiman probably hates you. Terry Pratchett probably would have hated you because he's dead. Peace be upon him. Uh, fucking. Uh, let's fucking. Uh, David Tennant. Let's go to David Tennant's Wikipedia page. Let's see. Political views. There we go. Liberal socialist. Ah, you love fucking David Tennant. He's a guy. He says he's a socialist. Party broadcast. We're around and labeled David Cameron a terrifying prospect. He introduced Labour Party leader Ed Miliband. He also lent his voice to the Labour Party general election broadcast. Fucking, he remained neutral on the issue of Scottish independence. It's not his business as he no longer lived in Scotland. That's a fair, he is Scottish, but he doesn't live in Scotland anymore. Which is controversy. He would support an independent Scotland in the event of a second referendum. Is a supporter of LGBTQ plus community, particularly those who identify as non-binary, frequently appearing in interviews wearing pride pins. Fucking. Wait. He's married to Georgia Moffat? Like, is she related to Stephen Moffat? It's so weird. Like, I just. She's Guyanese descent through her potential paternal grandfather. Did not know that. Uh, oh, oh, that's right. He's actually the son-in-law of the Fifth Doctor, Peter Davison. Um, they have 5 children, including Ty Tennant. Tennant adopted. Um, it's just really like fucking funny that just um follow. Oh, I'm sure you like. Oh shit, a black fucking doctor. Like I'm sure you guys are foaming at the mouth about that. Uh, anyway, as I said, I lost interest in Doctor Who when the female Time Lord rolled around. That's fucking so sad. So I can't refuse to watch it now because I'm not watching it anyway. In any event, it's on Disney Plus, to which I will not give my business. After this aggressive transgender wokeness, I hope many others join me in abandoning both franchises. And again, I just love how like this person's wife is a Brit was looking forward to seeing Tennant again as Doctor Who. But if you're a fan of David Tennant, wouldn't you know that he's pro trans and pro LGBTQ plus in general? Like, wouldn't you fucking hate him for that? Uh, the BBC has been infected for decades with the wokeness. You fucking. This is so fucking, like, dumb. How incredibly sad and pathetic. As you say, Tennant should be ashamed of himself, but perhaps he's down with it, which makes it even more incredibly sad and pathetic. Again, you would fucking think, you dumb fucks would think that you would know about the actor you're fucking talking about. Also, oh god, there's still Red Dwarf. I guarantee you there's like shit you don't like in Red Dwarf. The fucking so fucking. Anyway, peace out, everybody. Have a wonderful fucking day.